viewers, welcome to Mind Matters on ABU TAP TV. I am your host Latifa Abdulatif. Today we'll be discussing a very important topic, which is the impact of social media on students' mental health. It is a discussion that is affecting many and millions of young people around the world. And with me to unpack this amazing topic, I have my fellow discussants in presence of
Olamide Victoria,
Fidela Simon,
Peace Hyson.
I'm happy to have you guys in the studio with me.
you.
Back to our topic, the impact of social media on students' mental health. From TikTok to Snapchat to Instagram, social media have now become an integral part of our daily lives. But the problem now is, or the question now is social media helping or harming the future minds of our future generations?
Yeah, just like you said, in today's world, our lives are increasingly lived online. From connecting with friends to keeping up with the latest trends, social media has become an integral part of how we communicate and experience the world today.
Yeah, but as we all know, for students, this constant connection can actually come with a lot of challenges.
True.
I mean, we're talking of a generation born into likes, followers, and the pressure to project a perfect image online.
Yes,
So to add to what she said, I feel social media is whatever you make it to be. If you decide to make social media your idol, then it's going to become your idol. If you decide to make social media a distraction in your life, it will definitely be a distraction in your life. So I feel social media, as a person, as an individual, you should be able to curb, or you should be able to break down your time usage on social media. Be able to have time management, know when to do this, know when to do that, and with that way, I don't think you have a problem.
Okay, the thing now is, do you believe that social media is inherently harmful, or it is the way we use it that is the problem?
Okay, I would say it's the way we use social media that determines if it's on the positive or negative side. Because as a person, I would like to say social media is like a vehicle.
True.
And then we the users, I will see us as the drivers of this vehicle, where it's left to us to navigate our way through whichever side we want social media to have a turn on us at the end of the day. So how you use social media matters. And then because a lot of people have used social media for great things, their people have landed their dream jobs online, they've used it to market their business, they've connected with people that have changed their lives forever. Still, and this same social media has sent a lot of people to their asylum because they didn't utilize it properly. So it depends on how you use social media.
And social media, it's a very powerful tool. Imagine having the information of like the whole world at the tip of your fingers. It's a lot. And not being able to handle it properly can be a lot also. So there is a thin line between the negative aspect and the positive aspect. The thin line is your decision to use it wisely. There are so many, like you said, so many people have used the social media and they've come up with great things. There is nothing you want to use social media for right now that you cannot. Social media is not bad. It's just the way you use it that is bad.
And to also add to what she said, you are in charge of whatever you see on social media.
True.
There is no how you will see something and you don't like it and you tell yourself, I don't like this thing, and yet you still like it. It's not possible. You're in charge of what you see. Whatever pops up on your screen, if you feel, okay, I like this content, go ahead and leave it. But if you don't, you can simply press I'm not interested. And that type of content won't come up anymore. So you are in charge of whatever you take in from social media. This all boils down to the person you are.
Okay. In today's world that is increasingly connected by likes, followers, hashtags, it's not as if social media have made it feel like there's a certain image of yourself you need to put out there online. You need to present this certain image you need to present online to gain engagement from your viewers. So I don't know.
This actually has resorted to a lot of pressure from not just the content creators alone, but I would say even we the viewers of this content. Because the perspective of viewers, their interests will change. It keeps changing. I mean, what was in vogue, what was trending in January, it's not the same thing that is trending now. So as a content creator, although you are creating this content to satisfy your viewers' needs, obviously, but it should not be at the detriment of your own mental health.
I know.
So because if you keep trying to meet them with, oh, my followers like me beginning today, tomorrow they might like you in another thing that you cannot wear.
I know of someone that such happened to.
It's just for you to stick to what works for you. Because there are content creators that started with, okay, they will just post random stories about their day at work, about life, and then before you know, they post bikini picture. I don't understand.
Yes.
Because your followers want it. Okay, if it works for you, fine. But it should not be that you're doing it just to please them. And deep down, it's driving you crazy.
You know that this engagement is kind of a motivation for a lot of people. There's this lady that I know of. When she first opened her TikTok account, she was all about the whole modest vibe. All the clothes she wears, she's always modest. And then obviously the post that she expecting nothing less than 150 likes and let's say 200 views, she's getting like 5 likes, 10 views and the rest. And then she still scroll on this same TikTok and she's seeing people dressing half naked, getting millions of likes. So it's not as if, okay, she will now feel, okay, there's a certain image of myself that I need to
I'd like to say something about this. The thing with pressure, this all has to do with the type of person you are. It has to do with you knowing your self-worth, having so much self-confidence in yourself, and knowing the level of your self-esteem.
True.
Pressure is really bad. And there was this story about a year ago about a girl who went to do cheap BBL. Because she wanted to have the perfect body that social media has painted women to have. You have to have slim waist and elaborate bodies. No. And then she went to do cheap BBL and now she's 6 feet underground. No. The thing, you have to actually make up your mind and say no. If you want this thing to pressurize you, it will pressurize you. Definitely. But if you tell yourself, no, I'm not going to fall victim of this, there's no how. If you feel that, okay, this thing is I'm starting to feel pressurized, my dear, take a time off social media. Nobody will beat you. If it's to deactivate your account, deactivate it. You are in charge of
your mental health.
First, we need to even ask ourselves, what is the definition of perfect? What is the definition of a perfect image? That you believe that what you're seeing on social media is not the perfect image. First of all, that is what you need to ask yourself. And then again, why am I going into content creating on social media? Because you cannot be discouraged by the few likes you have. Yes, it is a form of motivation. Okay, I'm doing this, so many people are liking it. I want to do it more. But first of all, you need to know why you are there. The thing you want to do, you started because you had an inspiration to put this thing out for people to see. Are you putting it out there to touch life, or you are just putting it out there just for the traffic online? You need to know what you are there for.
Yes, but then social media have made it look like likes and engagement is now like a validation for students. This is affecting them academically, because there are some students, when they post online and it flops, they are thinking, okay, I'm not enough. Is it I'm not fine? Or is there anything I'm lacking? So it begins to distort their whole mental health, and before you know, they are pressurizing themselves. And
okay, I feel away from the trend, how confident are you in yourself? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Because the truth is, on the social media space, what works for me might not be what works for you at the end of the day. I might just wake up and post a random video of me just trying to comb my hair and it will blow up. And then you do the same thing and it will shock you that you don't even have up to 10 likes. So if you keep trying to compare yourself with other people, it will be a lot, because at the end of the day, you don't even know what these people are doing in the first place to get this kind of engagement you're getting. There's a lot of tactics people use online, how they buy fake likes and all. And then you don't know the story behind the million views, likes, and then you are killing yourself in your room. I feel you should stick to the purpose for which you are trying to create that content or post the picture in the first place.
And then we should not forget, they should learn to know that these people did not just blow up in one day.
True.
Like, I cannot just wake up one morning, post something and I'm getting 10 million likes. Nobody does that. Like, there's always a process for everything. If you ask some of these people with so much followers and likes what their story is, they're going to tell you that there was also a time where they struggled to get these likes.
They didn't even have any views. At some point,
they didn't have any about these things. You don't have to kill yourself. Everything's about time.
And back to what you said about combing your hair and posting it and going viral, brings me to the issue of the fact that nowadays, there's how social media made intellectual productivity decrease. Because viewers are more interested in fun videos, glamorous personalities, you know, the fake lifestyle they are seeing online. But if you see intellectual content, they are not even interested. So imagine students that are creative content creators, like script writers, poets, and the rest, they want to sell themselves online, and then they end up posting and getting low engagement online. It helps the way it makes them feel that they feel like, okay, maybe it's not my calling, I should just leave it. Maybe it's not. So
it's not really the fault of those content creators. It's not like they don't know what they are doing. It's just that sadly this generation, they've replaced focus for fun to some extent.
Yes.
And the whole idea is that they tend to get carried away. There's a time for everything, obviously. It's not all day 24 hours that you have to read or do stuff that will improve your personal growth. There's also time for leisure where you want to relax, maybe with a few videos or even watch movies. But then imagine you say, okay, well, let me just watch TikTok for like 10 minutes.
Yes.
And then they are all and about laughing
Laughing,
from one
exactly.
page to the
Sister
other.
with us.
And then when there are times you see, okay, 8 ways to read and memorize fast, and you just scroll. But when you see Zig's Alomo, Sister Equitos,
you are so engrossed.
And then you go to the next post, and then you see James Brown twerking. You are interested like that.
I believe that there is an audience, or there are people out there who would actually want to who would want to engage in your content. And if you cannot reach this younger generation, there are other people who will.
We can
actually not forget we can't just align the fact that this generation does not like work. Like most of them don't like work. Anything that is not fun, they will not want. Most of them will not want to do it. And bringing time has changed. We cannot force these children to do what our forefathers did. We cannot force the generation to do what. So now we have to move with the time. Truly, yes, the world has moved to a digital stage, so we have to find a way to keep up with these children. We cannot force them to go back to books when they have soft copies. So we have to find ways to get these people's attention with the way they like being taught.
The fun way.
Yes, the fun way. We need to teach them with the fun way.
That's true. And there's this issue of indiscipline rate increasing among students because of social media. I don't know if any of you remember the student and lecturer saga that happened. That she was on a live video and he told her to please excuse me. Personally, I feel that lady was being rude because of the live video. She knows that the audience the video will go viral because it's intense, it's dramatic, and you know that kind of situation. So I felt she was being rude to the lecturer because she was on that live video.
Okay, so I have two things to say about that particular incident. I feel one, that girl lacks home training. Gently ask you to please excuse me, and then you are all, why are you disrespecting him for what? Because you want traffic on your page. Okay, they like the post, and then what? They scroll past it. That's all. And
it eventually backfired. People are now
expelled from the school eventually.
Why? How many people have she seen on live camera
that
disrespecting that she would think that, okay, this is a good strategy for me to no. She should think of the repercussions. There are repercussions for everything. And then she's not a child.
True.
I mean, she's anybody that's in a tertiary institution, to me, that person is already an adult. Yes, you're already an adult.
True.
As long as you're in the tertiary space, your parents are no longer there to like have control over you. It means you should have enough sense to say, okay, this is good, this is bad. Because of likes, you will not disrespect your lecturers. Personally, the girl just does not have respect.
Okay, I just feel this whole thing boils down to how this generation, everyone is just hungry for attention on social media.
Exactly.
Because tell me how, for instance, now away from this situation, there are times where you see accident scenes, and then there are people around, and instead of them to call for the relevant authorities that will help in that camera, the first thing they do is to bring out their phone. I mean, someone is dying or at the verge of death, and all you could think of is content. And I don't really blame them, because I mean, they have to get the attention. The likes matters to them. And the funny thing is that the people they are creating this content to go and feed online, they don't really care about those whatever is happening. They just want to do, hey God, I beg you. That's all. It's not like they have anything tangible to do. So it's all boils down to the fact that they are just hungry for attention, and then they are willing to go the extra mile. It will shock you to know that that girl might not really be rude. in real life.
Yeah, that's my
But
point.
just for the purpose of what she's doing, she's willing to go the extra mile. They don't care about having misplaced personalities online just to get that engagement they want.
Yeah, publicity is publicity. There's
Yeah,
no bad publicity.
I have a story to say about what you just said. I and a group of my friends, we decided to go out to a nice restaurant, just have casual lunch, and then one of our friends came with a very big bag, a very large bag, and we were wondering. We were wondering what happened, because exactly, we were like, why are you coming with a big bag? What's going on? And then after we ate, this girl went into the restroom. She came out with a different outfit. She went to a different side of the restaurant, took nice pictures, and then went back into the restroom. Came back with another outfit to take another picture in a different side of the restaurant. And we're asking her, why? Is it really worth it? She said she has to put out content for her followers, because she cannot be allowing them to starve. She can't starve them of her content. She can't starve them of your content.
This is a very good strategy that she's using, because if she posts one of those pictures on Monday, on Wednesday she will
different
post
location.
and then you in your house with your 10K in your account, you say, this get a ball. You don't know the story behind the whole posting. So a lot of people do that. Imagine taking 10 pictures in one location with different outfits, and innocent you that don't know the real gist, you are killing yourself because of lifestyle that is fake.
Yes, that's reality. It's different from what they see online. So they are yet to put that line. They are yet to draw that line. You as a student, you know you are a student. How much is your monthly allowance?
Exactly.
That you are managing. You want to use it to live the big boy life. You want to wear big hoodies. You want to wear big trousers.
And it's because of the constant comparison with all these glamorous lifestyles they see online.
Yeah.
They know that at this point of your life as a student, you can't afford these things you are seeing. But you start pressuring yourself, and that's why I think the high rate of cyberbullying is increasing day by day. Because you keep pressuring yourself, you'll be like, okay, even the small change you are getting is not still enough to live up to the lifestyle you are seeing online.
Lately, I've noticed that there's this, I don't want to call it hate, but banter against people that use Android phones. If you are using an Android phone on TikTok, hey, you are in trouble. Nobody will want to engage. Exactly. Nobody will want to engage your content. And this type of thing, if I am a content creator and I'm quietly making my content with my Android phone, and I'm seeing someone that is using an iPhone and the person is getting thousands of likes, of course I will feel pressured. I will say, hey God, how will I get this iPhone? I must get this iPhone, so I must make this content. And this thing will lead people to do things they are not supposed to do.
Exactly.
You can venture. It's really sad. Girls can go into hookup all in the name of what? Glamorous lifestyle. Is it really worth it?
And guys, this has made a lot of people to connect with the wrong people online, because you get to experience all these fake rich men online that will tell you, send me so picture. I'm going to send you a gift card
right now. I'm in Dubai right now.
When they hear iPhone 12, and then you'll go all the way to go and do rubbish, and at the end of the day, the person will block you, and then you are back to square one at the end of the day.
Exactly. And then this brings me to the issue of false identity crisis. You see students, their online personality is totally different from their real self. Do you understand? And the fact that they want to live up to that online personality, it tends to pressure them, even mentally. You know that, okay, somebody have seen me. I'm not supposed to be wearing a short knicker. I'm supposed to be in Dubai by now. That's the difference. I'm in Dubai, but I'm here. So there's this far difference between their online personality and their real. Oh God,
Yes.
it's not just necessary.
This boils down to what you say. Pressure from what they see on social media. They say what you see and what you hear affects the way you think and the way you behave. So what these students are exposed to makes them want to, okay, they believe that this is those people's reality. It can also be their reality. So they're trying to put on this fake identity for themselves, trying to make themselves look glamorous for the likes, the followers online, and then their life normally they cannot afford it. It's just for that moment. for the moment in front of the camera. They try to make themselves look perfect for the camera. But just take off the camera, you see that
some go as far as even going to their friend's house.
Imagine using your last 2K to buy data to come and post picture for people that don't care about you.
And you've not
you
eaten,
get,
but
and
you
you
want
have
to buy
not
data.
eaten.
Exactly.
So the pressure to keep up is really crazy. Because I mean, you're seeing somebody wearing Gucci. You in your school that you're supposed to be hustling, read your book and mind your business. You're comparing yourself to somebody that is probably owning like 3 different influencer deals, and then at the end of the day, definitely you can't meet up. That's why this song that P Square sang, everybody find for Instagram. Audio. Most of them audio. Not be everything wey you see online, I be true. Some na audio. Na fake life.
Yes. So we've come to the end of today's program. Just like we've said, social media offers amazing